What's up, everybody? Superphil here from Superphil's Fortress of Solitude, and today I've got a video that I've been wanting to make since about the end of October. One day I was out, and if you remember, that's when I was doing the Addams Family musical, and I was trying to do some last-minute shopping for that, and while I was out, I figured I would check and see if there were any classic SNESs being still released in the stores. And obviously, since I got one, there were. And I also saw some still in stores around Christmas time. We still had some intermittently at our local Walmart. But anyways, so the Super Nintendo was kind of the one that I played the most. We had an NES growing up, and I mean, that's what I started on. But the Super Nintendo was what I really remember mostly, and I still own mine, 20 years later. Oh, jeez. And I actually try to collect some of the old games whenever I can find a good deal on them. And that's one thing that cracks me up about the SNES is there's people saying that it's not worth $80. And that's kind of crazy. And I actually did some math today. I did some research before the video, and I found 16 of these games in the cartridge version, also with a system with 2 controllers. Added it all up, what you would have to pay for all of that individually, it came up to $272.25. And that was for, again, the cartridges for 16 of the games. There's 21 games included. Star Fox 2 was never released, so 20 games. There's 4 of them that I couldn't find with active bids on them. One of them, I found Ghouls and Goblins, or Ghouls and Goblins, for $35, but that was with the original case and the original artwork and everything, so I didn't count that one, just because it was a serious collector item, whereas most of the other ones were just the cartridge itself. But so yeah, so a system with 2 controllers and 16 games came up to almost $300, and people are saying that this isn't worth $80. And for me, of these games, I only own one of them. I only have Super Mario World. The rest of them I never purchased. I may have played a little bit of them, a friend's house or something, but I never had any of these other games to play when I was growing up. And it was kind of funny because whenever I recently, well, not recently, but the last purchase of games that I went out, one of the guys asked me, "So, do you play these, or are you just reselling them?" And I was like, "No, I fully intend on playing these, because these are games I didn't have a chance to play when I was growing up. I didn't have the money to go out and buy the games or anything. So I was really excited to get my hands on this. It's HDMI, so you can play it on your new TVs. It's got 2 controllers, so games with multiplayer, you have the ability to do the multiplayer. I think that was a really nice addition. I don't know how they did the mini NES, because wasn't able to get my hands on one of those, but I thought that was a really nice touch that they had 2 controllers. While we're on the topic of if it's worth it, please do not buy these scalpers that go out and buy tons of these and mark them up, for $200, $300. Just don't buy them. If the scalpers don't get any money off of it, then they'll stop doing it. And I understand it's more Nintendo's fault that they don't release enough of these, but it's just super frustrating when people can't get a copy of it because someone else is just trying to make a profit off of them. And I understand that's the free market, and everybody's allowed to purchase something and resell it, whatever they want to do. It's just a real douche move to do that. So if you see these on eBay or on your local Facebook sales or whatever going for $140, $200. Don't buy it. And then they'll either have to eat the $80 that they invested in it, or they'll have to take it back. And then somebody else will be able to buy it. But that's enough of that rant. It's just super frustrating. So let's finally open this. Since buying it in October, knowing that everybody else has already opened them and played with them. So everything's nice and neat. We've got a little book here. Looks like, oh, it looks like it's a poster. Let's see what we've got. It is. So there's a little small poster here that has screenshots from some of the games, which is pretty cool. It's got a little blurb about a couple of the games, while this is also the instruction manual and how to set it up. So that's pretty cool. I like that they've got the little poster in there as a collector thing. There's a warranty. That's not exciting. Try to decide on how to open this up. So right on top here we've got the mini Super Nintendo. Just fits right in the palm of my hand. It's about the size of a CD case probably. The buttons actually do move. I'm assuming you actually do power it off and on like that. And just to give you a little comparison here, here is my Super Nintendo and the Mini next to it, to kind of show that's pretty crazy. I mean, obviously technology has come a long way since the Super Nintendo was the console to have. And then I also got one of the controllers so that we can compare it to the controllers that they've included. I was curious to see how big they made them. And it looks like they're pretty much to scale. Yeah. These are almost exact remakes of them. I don't know how well you'll be able to see that, but man, it looks so. Seeing this relic next to this brand new one, man, it's just funny seeing how bright the colors pop on the Super Nintendo. It's again, it's probably one of my favorite systems, really, and which is why I still actively try to collect the games. And another point, because I forgot to talk about it earlier, this comes with 21 games, and obviously the system to play it on, but comes with 21 games at $80, makes them just, well, for math's sakes, we'll say $4 a game, which is cheap. I try not to spend more than $10 when I'm buying a cartridge, and I've been pretty good at that. The last set, there was 3 games I wanted to get, and I was going to get them for $25 or something, which does make them less than $10 a piece. And when I went to pick them up, she said, "Oh, I've got other games. Did you see my other post?" I was like, "No." Why didn't you tell me you had other Super Nintendo games whenever I was purposely coming out to buy Super Nintendo games? So I ended up, instead of getting 3 games for $25, I got 8 games for $40, which was an awesome turn of events, because there was some really good games in there, or maybe not good, but real nostalgic games like WWF Royal Rumble. I want to play it so bad and see, when Undertaker and Hulk Hogan and Sting and all those guys, I was watching all the time with my dad, and now I can't wait to play that game. Now, obviously, that's not on the mini, but I can't wait to go down that nostalgia trail. So, anyways, on a little tangent there. Yeah, so this is the mini Super Nintendo. Like I said, for 80 bucks, if you can, hopefully you can find it in stores for 80 bucks. It's definitely worth it if you want to play these older games. I already told you I priced out 16 games, even if you didn't have to buy a system. You know, that was $30, $30 or $40. You're still looking at $230 to get 16 of the games in their original cartridges. So, and that was all eBay prices. eBay prices with bids on them. So those prices could go up. That $270 is, you know, a maybe. So definitely worth the 80 bucks if you want to go do some nostalgic gaming. I'm super excited. I'm working on upgrading my computer so that I can make some videos of these games specifically for you. And hopefully that'll be coming in this next week. I'll be able to get it put together. Maybe for next weekend I can get a video out of some gameplay, because that's the only thing that I can't do for you right now is the gameplay for the mini Super Nintendo. But as far as this goes, I'm super excited. So yeah, that's all I got for you tonight. I'm sorry my hair is doing all kinds of... This is what the people I see every day have to deal with. How do you feel for them, huh? So that's all I got for you guys. I hope you liked the little video. It's not a review, it's just an unboxing, but I'm sure it's going to be awesome. So I will see you later. Y'all have a good one. This is Superphil from Superphil's Fortress of Solitude. Well, it looks like I spoke too soon. I started picking everything up and realized I haven't shown you everything. So apparently the power supply to it is just a mini USB. So we've got a USB adapter for the wall port. So I mean, you might be able to take this on the road and play it in your vehicle somehow. Plug it in through the fire port, the cigarette lighter thing. Because you know they make car adapters, so you can plug the USB in on one end. You know, you'd have to have some type of an HDMI source, but that's kind of cool. And then I also realized that the front comes off here for you to plug in the controllers. So my bad, I didn't do the whole unboxing. So yeah, that's super cool. I mean, it is kind of small enough for you to, I wouldn't say portable as far as carrying it around every day, but definitely you can take this on trips. We always took ours growing up. Whenever we went anywhere, we took ours with us. But I mean, it's all so tiny and compact. And then, like I said, you could play this. You could have power to this in your car. And I know they make portable DVD players. I assume some of those might have HDMI ports on them, so you could game in the car. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, now I'm really done. Not pretend this time. I'm really done. Thanks for watching. Superphil from Superphil's Fortress of Solitude.